Hello and Happy New Year. Welcome to my first video of 2025. One of the reasons I started the Let's Write series was to highlight the fact that I often see literary devices I learned in university show up in non-literary media. Enter metatextuality and intertextuality. Both of these take you out of the immersion of the story and do so consciously. Metatextuality, as my lecturers defined it, is when a text is aware that it is a text. In other words, it deliberately calls attention to the fact that it is a piece of media. Often this means making a statement about itself or the genre it is in, but sometimes it's more practical or just for fun. I've always found it funny when characters in video games tell the player how to do things by pressing controls. It often happens during the early stages of a game, serving as tutorials for new players.
This is merely an appetizer for the perils ahead. Push forward and jump together.
My favorite example of metatextuality, though, is the insertion of Game Freak developers into the Pokemon games. Ever since I played Pokemon Silver all those many moons ago, I've looked out for them. It's the developers' way of putting their mark on the games they spend so much of their time and energy making. Intertextuality is similar to metatextuality, except that the text refers to another piece of media rather than itself. If you've watched The Dragon Prince, you've likely noticed a lot of these, especially if you're a fan of Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Something so strangely familiar. Boomerang?
Here we come to the one that inspired this video. One that I think is actually pretty clever. How do Pokemon breed? Ever since the breeding mechanic was introduced in Pokemon Gold and Silver, the daycare characters who hand you your eggs have said something along the lines of, "We don't know how it got there," which makes breeding a mystery. Apparently the brave birds and the Beedrills just don't apply to Pokemon. So where am I going with this, you may be wondering. There is a Gen 9 Pokemon called Tandemaus that is called the couple Pokemon. It literally represents a mated pair. When it evolves though, unlike other Pokemon, there is no evolution cutscene. It just reaches the necessary level and boom, you have a family of Pokemon. So how did the baby mice get there? It's a mystery. This is intertextuality because the Gen 9 Pokemon games are referring to earlier Pokemon games and their daycare characters. I just think it's pretty funny. Do you have a favorite example of meta or intertextuality? Let me know in the comments below. Just a short video today. I'm planning on doing a review of Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, so look out for that. Thanks for watching, and thanks again to my patrons, Red Spirit Mask, and my new patron, Professor Eggs. If you'd like to support me, please check out my Patreon. The link is in the description below. I'll be back with another video soon, but until then, let's learn, let's grow, let's write.